because you spoke about respecting nature, that brings me to the second question, which is again an interesting story from Ecological Task Force. That is about Operation Ganga. Because we have heard some amazing stories how Indian Army has taken upon itself now to restore the heavily polluted, and Ganga River is not any ordinary river. It is one of the major and the one of the most powerful breadwinner also for all the various civilizations that have emerged on the banks of River Ganga over the years, and even now it is supporting them and nurturing them. So, how did that start, and what has been the progress so far? I know that is pretty recent, but still, I'm sure there is a lot to tell.
Okay, I'll tell you this interesting story. When I joined, I was told that the NMCG, the National Mission for Clean Ganga,
Yes,
which was which functioned under the Ministry of Jal Shakti,
right.
uh, had sought through their minister
Mhm.
their minister requested the Raksha Mantri then to provide them with TA battalion. And so they agreed upon providing them a TA battalion for a year. So when I joined, I visited this TA battalion, and then I realized that they were doing precisely little because one, they did not know what was to be done,
Mm.
and the NMCG didn't tell them what was to be done. So none of the two sides they knew what was their task, what was their aim, and in the absence of which nothing was to be executed. It was just that they would be presented for whenever the minister was there uh, as a force that Indian Army has now come and do the needful. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, then one set up a meeting with the concerned minister in the Jal Shakti ministry,
Mm.
and also pursued this with the secretary, the defense secretary, the additional defense secretary, and also the minister at that point of time. So one also realized that there needed to be synergy between the two ministries, and the
Mm.
final decision had to be between the two ministers to raise a task force specifically for cleaning the Ganga, because it required money, and the government, as we know, is strapped of funds most of the time, so one can't blame them also. However, with this relentless
Efforts.
effort, it was agreed that we will raise, and we decided to raise it in Allahabad with its
Mm.
companies in Kanpur, Banaras, and Allahabad.
Okay.
And one took care to select the right kind of leadership, the
Mm.
right kind of people who would do the work, and we also provide them help with the existing people of the territorial army. So now, what has happened in all the three places, the kind of work which the this composite eco task force has done uh, is difficult to even comprehend by the various authorities within the state and at the central government level. Uh, uh, the commanding officer there, Colonel Amit Pandey, was telling me that while he was briefing the Minister of State for Jal Shakti, he says, "Can I use Hindi or should I continue in English only?" I'll continue in English. The Minister of State asked him, "You've done the mapping of all the nalas which are flowing into the Ganga in Allahabad?" He said, "Yes." And then he said, "You have also done it in Banaras?" He said, "Yes." Has he also done it in Kanpur? He said, "Yes." And he said, "But we've been trying to do this for years now, and we've not been able to do so."
And this was done in what span of time?
This was done within a year.
This is within a year. Okay.
Within a year,
For all
all three
three places.
in all three places. Where physically also you need to go, you need to measure everything,
Mhm.
and uh, 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 because it was raised in Allahabad, and we had only one company. This raising. when I say 1 year, means when that first man came in.
Hmm.
If I tell you from the time the last man came in, it is barely about 6 months or even lesser that
Wow.
they've been able to do this.
And
So
this is done by just one company, that is those 100 people.
yeah, those 100 people, and then they kept on adding up. But they started with that first man and the 100 men, and then they came to 100 men at each place.
Right.
It is actually so heartwarming to see
Absolutely.
such
Absolutely.
such work,
Yeah.
such dedication. Uh, so this is what I actually want to convey to your audience, and also to various governments across the world, that
Yes.
this model is immensely successful, and it can be very well utilized across the world. If need be, our ex-servicemen can go and work in other nations too, and do this work for them.
Absolutely. That's really a heartwarming message from you. And since you have led this team, you know the kind of potential and you know the sentiment with which they have been putting in this hard work. So, just some concluding thoughts from your end when it comes to your overall experience about leading the sustainability efforts of India as a country. So, where do you see ETF playing a role in the years to come, and what? So, though you have already answered that question in a certain way, that out of that 2.5 billion target, you are saying that 1.5 has already been shared by the ecological task force. So, but in general, if you want to say that, what is the current share of responsibilities that Indian Army is ready to share when it comes to sustainability targets of the country?
You may at the end of my interview start calling me as a environmentalist zealot. What I want to tell you is that I wrote to the Minister of Environment and Forest,
Mm,
Mr. Javadekar,
mm,
uh, suggesting to him that uh, he raises one such ecological task force for each state.
right.
And I then met him personally and briefed him, and he warmed up to this idea. The only issue every time is about the funding. So
Right.
but he very categorically told me that no one uh, has ever a doubt on the work that the Eco Task Forces of the TA do.
Yeah.
Is about the money. So I left him at that. I said, it's up to you. I told him in so many words that you will be seen as the man who was able to, do so much of afforestation and, reduce or do the carbon sequestering as
Mm,
laid down, by the COP 21 and COP 20. And then I also met, briefed the Jal Shakti minister and gave him a plan as to how to get more water into the first 10 rivers of our country. Because,
okay.
I may be sounding a little boring now, but one doesn't really know that first 8 rivers of a country are
Mm,
rain-fed out of the 10.
right.
Normally we find again in the Indian side, all rivers flow out of the Himalayas,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it is only the Ganga, Yamuna, or even Brahmaputra also to a little bit degree. Otherwise, all the rivers now, if you start counting, are all rain-fed. And I gave a model that you raise a task force for all these rivers, and we will plant the trees, in the basins, in the catchment areas, and it is basically the roots of the trees
Yeah.
which retain water. There are some trees which retain more, roots of which retain more water, like the oak, in the mountains, the Himalayas. So he agreed to that. He in his interview has said that we need trees to actually have more water
Mm,
in the river. Uh, So again, he's put a proposal to, there's a proposal in the works that to raise three more battalions for the Ministry of Jal Shakti. So, say if I be a eternal optimist, then I see the Indian Army, through the Eco Task Forces of Territorial Army,
Yeah.
playing a very very major role, uh, extremely major role.
Restoring the natural ecosystems, including water ecosystems as well as afforestation, both.
Afforestation, and they both are interlinked.
Interlinked, of course.
That is that's the beauty.
That's the
It's interlinked. Yeah, it is interlinked, and not only that, it is nature. Is the overarching ecosystem. Really, if you
right.
ask me.
And it affects the biodiversity as well, because
Yeah,
then
I'm
it
going to tell you that. I was going to tell
one
you that.
leads to
You know,
other. Yeah.
what happens is the movement. I'll give you an example.
Sure.
In in Allahabad,
Yeah.
this Ganga Task Force, cleaned up a nala. This was an almost stagnant cesspool of muck, and they through these biological means of having flower beds or these floating beds,
Hmm.
and canna plants,
Yeah.
and barriers made of these, channeling the water at three places, so they were able to clean the water. And then, I wish I could show you photographs of turtles coming back there,
Wow.
of birds coming back there. Imagine in a nala. So there was so much of this wildlife coming back there, both the water and the birds.
Have you documented any of that? Like how much has been the what change has happened in biodiversity?
Yeah. They have
Document.
documented. Yeah, to in fact, like good army people, they note down everything. So all
Excellent.
that is,
Very much needed. Yeah.
yeah. So all that is there, and it is so actually heartwarming that I sincerely again hope and wish that the government is able to fund the raising of these task forces. Why I say the government, because this model can be followed by others also,
Yeah.
but government has its own great strengths. So
True.
once it's backed by that,
It
so
has to be on the national agenda, of course.
and uh, I feel that scarcity of water is going to be a global threat.
Absolutely. Yeah.
These global warming is a global threat
True.
which we need to address. So we need to have these eco task forces in place. I sincerely hope that all these forces come into place, and then you will see India change country. It will be an leader in the field of environment.
Of course. Thank you so much, because India has to be the role model when it comes to the developing countries, how they can grow and be at par with the developed countries without really aping the same growth model, because we cannot take the same growth trajectory as it has been taken by the developed world. Otherwise, we will need some three more Earths to, sustain that amount of uh, resources. So we have to develop a model which is more sustainable, which is able to grow and live and let live, the fundamental principle by which we have been working till now. So thank you so much, Major General D.A. Chaturvedi, for your wonderful time and for your insights on the topic. If there is any other thoughts that you want to share as a in,
Well, only I mean I can only quote Mahatma Gandhi, at the end, that there is enough on this earth for everyone's need, but
that's
not
for
really
everyone
enough for
to read.
everyone's greed.
Yeah.
So we, as you said, we'll need to understand that we need to be part of nature and not to be its masters. Otherwise, nature has various ways of conveying. Uh,
Taking it back.
yeah.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, Gayatri. It was really a pleasure talking with you. Thank you so
Pleasure
much.
talking to you. Thank you so much.